Vega plays as we saw from last game, plays a great wisp, and I think it's very important just to take heroes away that the other team feels comfortable with, and they look very comfortable. Do you know what there we go. There's the wisp gone.
Dang. Inside. That's why I have you on here. Shadow Demon. Another. Yeah, support seems like they get a lot of respect with the bans.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Oracle.
Snap pick Kunkka and then Oracle Mirana to follow. Mirana maybe. See, Mirana's like obviously strong herself, but you do not want to give Mirana and Kunkka on the same team.
Yeah, I don't know actually. I think it's the Shadow Demon plus Mirana combo that's really strong. Kunkka and Mirana, because they kind of fulfill a similar role. Kunkka and Mirana. Like I'm assuming both are going to be like second supports, which isn't necessarily the case. But like because both have kind of skill shots to line up with. Obviously the arrow with Mirana, and obviously the torrent with Kunkka. You kind of want to have a support that can sort of set up those things. Obviously, Kunkka can do it with his X marks in later levels, but for the early Roman stage, you need a kind of a setup like, say, Shadow Demon to set up the arrow or set up the torrent. But Kunkka in his own right is a great support, though. That just the kind of utility he provides is just enormous with obviously the Ghost Ship.
Yeah.
Second pick.
Second pick. So
What's
they
still on the
need to
board?
support themselves. So yeah, how do I check that?
You can't, unfortunately, you can't do that in like you just which is the one annoying thing because obviously in Hon you have the whole hero pool.
Yeah.
Kind of like that's the one thing because particularly when you're in the draft, like you kind of want to have like a visual aid to know what heroes are still at the board.
That's brutal, man.
It's annoying, man, but it's unfortunate.
I guess you could have it like on the other screen, but still.
Yeah, you could have that. Yeah, you could definitely have that.
Juggernaut, okay.
That's good though. I think because I'm assuming because a lot recently Mirana's been played a lot of in the mid role. Although he did get nerfed his Ags to only have one less Starstorm. I think he's been played a lot mid just because of he's got an escape mechanism, obviously with his pounce. A lot of good burst potential, obviously with Ags and Sacred Arrow, and obviously he's a good laner as well. And Juggernaut is a very good hero against Mirana, just simply because of the Blade Fury. Like Mirana's combo is just going to be nullified against Juggernaut.
Yeah.
And if you see an arrow coming, like if you're like particularly when you play competitive games, you get kind of nervous and you kind of get hit by hook shots, and so it's easy just to spin just instead of getting hit by an arrow. So.
And I've also understood that so Juggernaut's pretty much middle basically. He's always going to be middle.
Not necessarily. Like I think there's been like a kind of a meta shift in terms of putting him middle, because they like to kind of use his like max his healing ward, and he's a good mid laner as well. But he doesn't necessarily have to be though.
See, it's weird to me. Obviously, again, coming from Han, off-lane suicide as we call it. We saw a lot of the Swift play.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Juggernaut actually with the healing ward, he seems like he'd even be better at that role. But.
Yeah, he. The thing with playing him offlane though is that although, because I think in terms of difference between Hon and Dota, I think in Dota it's a lot harder to play offlane than it is in Hon. So because Juggernaut needs farm, and in Hon you kind of got a lot of farm in the offlane because of like things like Iron Shield, was it called? I can't remember.
Yeah,
which is poor man's shield in this game was like a lot more broken in Hon, and so you kind of need him to have some kind of farm priority, and so mid is a lot safer and easier than to play him in the offlane.
Yeah.
Two of the bands though.
Yeah, we got Lone Druid actually, the third band, and then they go with Slaughter in the end. Elder Titan taken out by Empire though. They played them themselves last game, but.
Yeah. The Lone Droid makes sense though with the Vega squadron because we mentioned before about how Juggernaut with the healing ward is a very good kind of pusher, and Lone Droid is going to kind of do that as well. And Lone Droid can play mid or safe lane depending on where this Juggernaut is going to end up, so it makes sense with that. And obviously Elder Titan. It's just a very strong second support, and seeing as Team Empire most likely have their second support in Kunkka, they don't need to give one away to Vega.
Yeah.
So, take that one away.
The final ban, or the fourth ban even, from Empire not going to be happening. I mean, you figure they already have the main support.
I think I don't know. I was thinking actually to get rid of Husker. Like whenever a team has Oracle on the board and you have 3 and 4 left in, I think Husker is definitely something to be worried about. But they pick up Axe though, so there's still a possibility that Vega pick up Husker. But maybe Team Empire are going to have a ways to deal with Husker preemptively in their third pick maybe.
Husker, huh?
Yeah, because Oracle Husker is just a very strong combo.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
And honestly, with Vegas Squadron picking up Axe, I could maybe see an Husker pick being picked up because Axe is actually a very good counter against the Oracle Husker combination. Because obviously, if he gets low enough, then obviously you can just chop him and kill him instantly, regardless of any kind of saves from Oracle or say Dazzle, for example. Now, taking that away from Team Empire, they don't have the ability to pick Axe themselves. So maybe we will see a Husker, but we'll see. I think if he's not picked here, Team Empire maybe ban him 5th, but we'll see. Ricky picked up instead.
There's Ricky with the 4 position. That's something I've been seeing a little bit of.
Yeah, it's good here against Faces Forward because they need a silence to deal with his with Time Walk. Otherwise, that hero is going to go crazy and they've got nothing to do with him. Like if you think about it, like all they had to deal with Face Void was the axe call because the arrow is very temperamental. So the silence from Ricky is going to be useful.
Yeah. So now losing, they have the reserve time, I guess. But okay, so yeah, not much time though left. Their fourth pick. They still need their 5 roll and their 1 roll, right? Yeah. So.
Or 2, depending on where. Well, Faces Void can be played safe
true.
as well. There's a lot of I like Empire's draft right now actually because there's a lot of things they can do. Like, I mean, even Conquer could necessarily still play mid, and they could run Jug 1 and Faces Void as the 3, but I don't think that's going to happen, but it's still open for possibilities. I think definitely, though, for their 5, it's going to be a very selfless support, because Conquer support is... Yeah, so there's Disruptor, so yeah. Nice synergy with the Faces Void as well. A lot of AoE going into the Chronosphere.
I'm going to pick it up. So, I was actually thinking Ancient Apparition, AA, because, kind of deal a little bit for Oracle, and...
Yeah, definitely, but I think it's definitely true, but like I said, they need a kind of a selfless support and something that's kind of sustainable, whereas AA is a little bit squishy and kind of crap, unless he has like Midas and Ags, honestly. Like, the hero's really good against, if you're playing against heroes like Dazzle, Oracle, for example, whoever. But with that being said, though, I think they need to ban Husker here, because otherwise, if Vega sort and pick Husker here, they're going to be in a very tight situation, I think, seeing as they don't have an ability to pick AA right now.
They need to do it very quickly.
There we go. There's the Husker. So... as expected, because otherwise, if they sort and pick Husker there, they've probably lost the game. So, nice 5th ban on there.
Wait, the ban on Tinker, that seems a little off, because I guess if that means they're expecting Jug or Faceless to be 4 even.
Yeah. Jug could 1, Faceless Void could 3, and then they could Tinker 2. So. Yeah, but the Jugger's going to be mid though. So Team Ember are still kind of going with this kind of push style, obviously with the Juggernaut healing ward, and then they've got the Luna as well to sort of follow on with this push. A bit greedy though, honestly. Like Faces Void is a kind of greedy offlaner. Jug is a greedy mid, and Luna obviously kind of soaks up a lot of farm as well. So I think Disruptor and Conquer are going to have to get a lot done in the early game to create a lot of space for these 3 cores.
Well, and you look at the lineup of Dire on the other side of it. I mean, you got Axe, you got Ricky, you got Marat, very active heroes.
Exactly.
So we
not
know
very
the
late
game
game
plans
carries.
here.
Exactly. Agree, Ricky.
So they need their core. They need their one. Yeah. Maybe something to go with that, or do they go like an anti-major
I'd like to see something with illusion based, or because it would soak up a lot of damage from both the Omni Slash and the Lunar Eclipse. So something like maybe like a PL, or even like a Chaos Knight wouldn't be out of the question, honestly. Can dodge Clips. Oh, Terrorblade, yeah, Terrorblade would work as well, I think. But I think with both Omni Slash and Eclipse like being kind of uncontrollable AoE, something to soak up that would be rather useful, I think. But we'll wait and see. It's going to have to be kind of a hard carry, though, because Axe and Mirana don't scale too well. Mirana's okay, I guess, but
yeah,
that's not so much. But
or they could go for, well, let's just go aggressive, maybe a Night Stalker of sorts.
I think the one problem with that, though, is that if they go too focused on early, they don't have a way to finish out the game and end the game, because they don't have a lot of push. If say Mirana or Axe was something that had push potential, then yeah, go for the early game and just try and push them. But when you go kind of early game aggression and don't have a way to push the game, Team Ember can just sort of sit in the base and stall, which is going to be a bit of a problem. So I'd like to see maybe a harder carry. I've got a lot of time to think about it though. But yeah, I think my kind of point still stands though. In terms of some kind of illusion-based carry to be useful, I think.
Okay.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah, they got they weren't using their reserve time much compared to Empire, so they're just going to use it up here, might as well. And again, they won the first game as well, so have that momentum.
But going back to the Tinkerbell though, you mentioned it before. It makes sense though, because if you I mentioned before that Team Empire's got a very greedy draft, and playing against a Tinker is very difficult to try and push and kind of end the game quickly because of his March and Machine spams. Like you can stand on the high ground and do that, but Sven instead. I mean, it's not illusion-based carry, but definitely a hero that can buy BKB and deal with obviously the Lunar Eclipse, and a lot of burst potential as well, which is good. So I kind of like it. It makes a little bit of sense because it's kind of an early game carry in the sense that he farms so fast that he will have items before he gets into the late game anyway. So.
Oh yeah, no, he's not the anti-mage level of like, oh, we're going to be 4 versus 5 for this early game. You know, he will be involved for sure. If stuff breaks out. Now, seeing Sven too, I got to say, like, this is one of these heroes that I've kind of noticed in the transition as well as, that are similar to the Han, of course, that, holy crap, the version of Dota is so much stronger and really powerful.
Yeah, it's really good.
Especially in comparison. But, yeah, you get that cleave maxed out, even if you're going to just pure farm. It's ridiculous how fast you can farm on said hero. So, I'm looking forward to seeing the Sven play here. in the hands of FN. So.
Nice little quick TP from both Vega and Empire supporters actually into the top lane. And I think this is important actually for Empire more especially, because I mentioned a little bit before in the draft how both supporters are going to need to get a lot of things done to make space for their cause, and so this extra vision in the early game is going to be very useful, and if it's not deordered then they have more ways to play around in this game. But be right back, I've got to get my dinner out before it gets black and burnt, so
right.
I'll be like, give me like a minute and I'll be alright, guys.
Sounds good, sounds good.
Yes.
You see Sven there too with the Enchanted Mango. It's fun to see that. Of course, the instant 150 mana that allows him to take advantage of using a Storm Hammer once again if he uses one earlier on. So obviously that's where he can struggle. Stats aren't necessarily the best for using multiple Storm Hammers earlier on in the game, but that kind of allows for it. So kind of just a quick recap of who's playing what. We got G on the Juggernaut, King R on the Disruptor, Aloha on Luna, Ghostic on Faceless Void, and Mipushka on Kunkka. Is that like Russian or something, or am I just kind of saying it like that for no good reason? Anyways, we have on the other side Ricky being in the hands of, now, this was another player apparently, but I'm going to say Nitrogen for now, but whatever his name is, somebody in chat will let me know. Seema on the Oracle, had a fantastic Disruptor game last game for Vega. Iceberg with the hands of Marana. FN, of course, on that Sven is mentioned, and that means Mag playing the Axe right there. So looking forward to seeing how this game now shapes up. Again, Vega taking the first game over Empire in this two-game series. This is a group stage matchup here in the BTS series for the European region that just kicked off today, actually. So this was announced very recently. Oh, the early ward, Sentry Ward goes down, and you see, well, spots that Ricky right away, but Ricky going to counter-ward it immediately, and now Faceless Void. Uh-oh, he's going to be immobilized right here, so okay, he's going to be fine now. Just use the easy time walk away. And not much more they can do about that. So, yeah, he is able to time walk through that to Fortune's End. As we saw there. Not the biggest deal for him. But Ricky going to do his best to keep the harassment up here in the beginning. But we do see the defensive tri lanes on either side. A pseudo tri lanes, you can call it. Once again, you got Kunkka doing the, well, not stacking here necessarily, but Disruptor already doing the pull. Going to pull this camp over now as well. And looks like Empire has their timings down. They've done this once or twice before. If it's FNG, okay, FNG. So they have FN, FNG, and G. Really? That's hilarious. Okay, so Nitrogen, a.k.a. FNG, playing the Ricky here for Empire. There we go. Now I don't sound as stupid. All right, but yeah, the middle matchup, Marana versus the Juggernaut, as we're talking about. You know, Juggernaut actually can stand his ground pretty well against Marana in terms of the arrow presence, at least. So with that spin of his, the Blade Fury, as it's appropriately called. So going to be good on that end. Axe in that jungle. Back here. Okay, so yeah, they don't have an offlane. I'm just realizing that now. Something that's important to pick up on. But, you know, they figured it not worth it, I guess, to send to the bottom lane and the off lane and kind of just struggle with it. Let's just send the defensive trial lane at the top, have Axe do his thing, of course, in the jungle. And allow Luna to get the free farm that she would have gotten anyways, basically. So kind of just making a point that they want to win this early game right here. That was the ward killed. Okay, I thought that was a courier for a second, but just the ward killed right there. Faceless Void top lane, is this going to be the first blood? No, it's not. He's able to get the time walk off just in time. But as we saw, very, very close right there for the kill. So Sven does have that Enchanted Mango, as mentioned, so he will be able to use that and get another Storm Bolts off here, or Storm Hammer, excuse me, if the opportunity calls for it. Kunkka roaming through the jungle, going to try to find Axe, and, well, he found him. I don't know if he's going to like what he sees right here, as there's a Battle Hunger, and now he's forced to fight him because of that taunt. You see Marana also assisting, going to use that Starfall enough for the kill. No, the second did not hit him. Hit the creep instead. Marana actually stuttered there a little bit. It almost seemed like he thought he had the kill for sure. If Kunkka actually escapes through this, I mean, that's going to be ridiculous. He throws a torrent on himself. He's going to keep running. The pings are coming out like crazy. Axe is basically covering the exit. Oh, but not enough, however. He will get the first blood in the end. So Mag there on Axe takes credit for the first blood. And, I mean, that's a big deal, right? First blood on the jungle Axe. Seems like that's not something you want to give up if you're Empire here. But, well, hell of an attempt by Kunkka to try to escape right there. But obviously unable to ultimately get out of there. So Vega has the 1-0 lead earlier on. Keep an eye on Axe here. And how he's able to really start kicking off because of that first blood, especially as he are in town already with those boots of his. And oh, there we go, buying for the Tranquil boots now. on top of that, of course. So Luna, I assume her last inning is going very well, considering she's going up against 0 enemy heroes. And it is 26-3, so understandable there. Sven at 21-2, but he's been contesting, obviously, at the top lane. He does have the second level into that great cleave of his as well. So the pulls continue over in the jungle over here. Oracle working with a stack as well as Faceless Void, though, coming over, trying to harass a little bit. Now Ricky opens with a cloud. There's a storm, stun, whatever it's called. And Faceless Void will be locked in long enough. That cloud there from the smoke bomb, what is it referred to? The appropriate name, smoke screen by Ricky, just does not allow Faceless Void. And I think Minnie even brought that up in the draft there. Obviously considered very good against him for that reason really right there. But the Storm Hammer, going to have to get used to that name right there. Maybe I'll just simply call it the stun, because that's obviously what it is. So, but yeah, another big kill for them, and now a 2-0 lead in favor of Vega. So the Romo happening over here. Ricky and Axe making their way over towards, they're going to loop around the middle lane, actually. Juggernaut already spinning. Uh-oh. He's in trouble now, definitely. We're going to see the smoke screen. No, he doesn't have mana for it just yet, actually. So no smoke screen. There's the taunt. The smoke screen should be up after if necessary. It's not. The slam dunk, also known as the Golden Blade, used by Axe to guarantee the kill. And yep, now the Axe is starting to get a bit of a snowball. And feels like Axe is one of these more dangerous heroes to let snowball in a game in general, because obviously that Golden Blade of his really makes him dangerous, especially early on in the game. If he's able to get level 11 very quickly and take advantage of that level 2 Golden Blade, that could be so deadly in a lot of ways. Top lane, we're going to have some kind of action. You see Juggernaut porting up here. I mean, this is definitely being seen. I mean, so there's no secret coming out. They are going to try to take the stacked camp, however. And Juggernaut will go and spin it all down. So nice little farm boost for G right here. Playing the Juggernaut. Making use of a situation here. You see the net worth kind of spiking up for him. But Luna continues to be on top. As where is Luna currently? She is at the top lane. Okay, she just joined them up here as well. And they're going to pressure this top tower now, it seems like, quite a bit, sending the creep wave in, but not going to go with it yet. They're looking for some kind of fight. Omnislash is not ready yet. He actually does have bottle charges. Okay, he's going to use it right there. Omnislash, oh, ew, just out of range. If he got a little bit closer, maybe, but could not get close enough. In the background, what's going on over here? Looks like Ricky is going to pounce to the neutral creep. We'll be fine for the time being, and now actually the spin for Juggernaut. He's going to spin away. There's a stun onto Luna from the Sven. And you see just back and forth coming out between the two. There's basically all 5 versus 5 up here in the top. Actually, no, it's not 5 versus 5, because Kunkka's actually overtaking the middle lane and soaking up some experience down over there in the meantime. So no kills happening, though. Still remains a 3-0 lead in favor of Vega. See heavy pings here in the middle, and looks like actually Mirana ported bottom to soak up that farm now. Ricky, oh, he's looking for the opening. There's the Battle Hunger. Look at the hero blocking coming out from Ricky. Has the smoke if necessary. There we go. It's put down. Torrent was used first. Can they get them low enough for the Culling Blade? I think so. Yes, they can. Down he goes. And Mag, yet another kill. He is now 3-0-0. Meanwhile, top lane, Oracle goes down, actually. So a solid return kill at least for Empire, especially with Luna getting it up here. No ultimate even necessary. But still, now a 4-1 lead in favor of Vega. As far as getting snowballed, as far as getting kills earlier on and starting to snowball again, I would be more worried about the Axe than the Luna at this point. For sure, so as far as the earlier impact, of course. But this top tower, Luna's insisting on sitting here, wants to get it killed. Ricky, though, he's already setting up with the Oracle now. Oh, tried to deny it. Not enough, though. Luna will simply auto-attack it down. She is standing her ground, man. She's not going to let anything face her. As now Sven overtakes the lane. Hey!
Sorry, I was gonna come back, and then I realised actually I'm just gonna eat my dinner instead, because I'm not contracted by S2 Games anymore, so I don't have to do anything crazy. I can just like chill out a little bit, you know.
There you go. There you go.
I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back. Okay, joined by Minnie once again here. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. What happened? Tell me.
Well, so basically, they got up to a 3-0 start. Axe got the first blood as Kunkka was trying to roam, and he's actually now got 3 kills here now. Empire did rotate to the top lane. They sent all 5 up there, actually, and they kind of pushed the tower in. But other than that, it seems like the lead's looking good for Vega earlier on right now. But Luna is getting a lot of free farm, though, so there is that. That's kind of the gist of what's been happening.
I've been top.
Yeah, well, exactly. So that they like all ported up there, and then they just pushed it in, basically with very little resistance from Vega, really. So
Empire have a really good start in at the moment. Even though they're 2-4 down in terms of kills, they've actually done a really lot. Because now Sven's forced to farm the jungle because there's no tower here, and Faces Forward's got a lot of farm actually.
Yeah, looking to buff the Ancients. They actually just warded that, and sure enough, they saw Mirana going in to do it. Well, they stack some camp right there and obviously get her killed. Now, Ricky, okay, do they have any kind of sentry? They do have Dust. There's the Dust. They knew he was nearby, and they're going to catch Ricky. He pounces in, throws out the smoke. It's pulled back, and that will be the end of him.
I just realised they got the Conqueror and Disruptor combo, so it's just like pulling everywhere. X and Disruptor's glimpses everywhere. But nice play though from Empire. I liked how this Luna's actually getting involved with her team. But although she's picked up a Quilling Blade, she's getting active and involved, and it's giving a lot of kind of good momentum for Empire at the moment.
Yeah. That Blink Dagger is just about picked up by Axe. 1900 gold saved up on him, so it is going to be a fairly early one considering, of course. But this double damage here onto Juggernaut. Okay, it's not on anymore. It just wore off. But anyways, the arrow? Okay, goes right on through. That's a good job of spreading right there. They're going to insist on pushing the secondary tower middle, and now they're not going to go all the way with it, though.
That's a lot of damage, though. Really nice play by Empire, though. But yeah, this Faces Forward is like super farmed as well. So, like, although I didn't see the early game, I think Empire, their supports must have done a lot of work to actually give their cause so much farm. Like that Luna, Juggernaut, the two of the top farmers, and Faces Forward is only 300 away behind the mid farmer from Vega, actually. So Empire in a great position right now.
Love this, though. Smoke and see Blink Dagger just purchased by Axe. So they're going to try to get a free kill right here.
Yeah, with Ricky as well, he's got free vision on this Luna.
Oh, true. That's huge if they get that.
He should be dead. Yeah, he's dead.
There's the taunt. Rolling Blade. Oh, okay. Awkward.
He's dead. It's something that definitely Vega needs to do, because I don't know, actually.
That's actually kind of a big deal, because now it's on cooldown for 70 seconds, so he won't be able to use that in an upcoming fight. Out comes the ship, actually. Ricky is going to avoid it as well as everyone else, and well, Ricky getting pulled, as you mentioned. He's getting pulled every which way. He's going to be fine there for the time being. Actually, there's a taunt from Axe going further. No Colding Blade even needed there. They do take out the Disruptor, so a roam is successful.
Yeah, nice kind of response from Vega there. Like, they needed to do something, because at the moment they were like thoroughly losing behind on farm. But nice time Blink Dagger on Axe, and then smoking as a result. Nice sort of movement from rotation from Vega, actually, while Sven was continuing farming as well, so really well. I like how Empire put up this ward here. I don't know, can you see me ping? I don't think we're in the same broadcast channel, so pretty can't see me ping.
I see pings happening, but I think that's somebody.
Yeah,
that's not
you should see like a white ping. But anyways, they ward above the Ancients here, or Dire Ancients from the side of Vega. So, because obviously, whenever you play against Sven or whenever you play for Sven, the main important thing is to make sure those Ancients are stacked. Because the hero can just cleave and farm them so quickly. He gets an early Helmet Dominator and then continues to stack it by himself, which he's doing just now. And it's good that Empire are going to try and contest it, which they are doing just now. So.
Oh, they're heading over, so yeah, Mirana needs to fall back quickly as she does. See the aggressive pings coming out, especially on the side of the Radiant here, being Empire. Not going to get the catch, though, as Kunkka really going back, though. Okay, maybe they will. Here comes the trio, the combination, the Torrent, the ship. No chance for Mirana as soon as all that is executed. Meanwhile, Konospear actually catches Ricky as well. I don't know if they have the damage for this, actually. He's got a pounce ready to go, too. And, yeah, he just actually walks away. So
yeah, nice play from Poshka here. It clearly shows that he's actually a good Kunkka player, though, because he's actually put 3 points over, or in the X marks over the Torrent, which is normally not people don't do. But if they didn't realise, though, but you have to get 3 points in X marks a spot to make sure that you land a ghost ship. Otherwise, the range isn't long enough on X marks. So, nice play from Poshka there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he doesn't even have the Tidebringer yet, so.
Yeah, it's playing support, so you don't need it. Although, Mag, probably no. Well, it's kind of weird. There's two schools of thought whenever you play Kunkka in support, and one is kind of you max the Tidebringer, kind of farming, but this is kind of more of a casting spell. And actually, talking of Kunkka.
Well, Sven is actually, he's in a lot of trouble. Kunkka with the opening right there. There's a static field being placed down, spin on top. Now, he got the ultimate from Oracle actually on him, so he's going to be safe through all that damage for the time being, but no, right after. He does fall, so, well, it looked pretty for a little bit right there, but as soon as it ended, so did his life.
Yeah. Empire playing so fantastically well, by the way. And this ward, by the way, that I'm pinging, but you can't see, the ward above the Ancients has got them 3 different individual team fights right now. And the initial one that they planted, and the second one actually took them bottom lane, though.
Going to try to make a play, though. Cement is dead. Remember, they want to kill the Luna ASAP, though, and they will be successful. Mission accomplished, and they take him out. So carry for carry, eye for an eye, Vega says. and they are going to hold what was the push attempt, at least, from Empire. So, yeah, that shows, again, the power of Axe, especially with initiation, with the snowball. He's doing work here for Vega. He's the reason that they're definitely still in this game.
Definitely, but there's no, like, after they realise that the chrono is down from Faces Forward, there's no defensive capabilities for the side of Empire. They don't have like a Dazzle, they don't have a Shadow Demon, they don't have an Oracle themselves, and so whenever Faces Forward's ult is down, they know Axe can jump in and just instantly burst someone down. So nice play there from Vega. But yeah, just going back to this ward though above the Ancients, Vega needed to deward this, right? I mean, I know it's gonna expire eventually, but Empire might put another one back up, but they have to deward it because, I mean, whenever you play a Sven, like the Ancients are such a high priority sort of asset and resource, and if it's got to be contested, they have to get rid of it because otherwise they're going to struggle in this game. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, this one is going to wear off right here in about 30 seconds. Yeah. But yeah, as you said, I wouldn't be surprised to get another one down because it worked so well.
Exactly. Like literally, the last 3 team fights have been in favour because of the Empire, because of this one vision here. But actually, top lane Jug might be.
Yep. That's dead, and now a level 11 Axe as well, so the Colin play that much more powerful.
No, Mag is carrying this game, man. Honestly, he's finding so many kills. Like, he's really putting his team on his back at the moment. So that's what Mag does, though. To be fair. Oh, there's the Sentry. So it is eventually here, but it's going to run out eventually. Oh, we got to put another one though. Is it in range? I can't click on it. Oh, it's just. I think it's just out of range. Oh my god, sick.
Oh man, it is. Wow, that is. That's crazy.
They should actually hatchet this tree here. Like Luna should go over and hatchet this tree so they get a bit more vision, because that ward doesn't give too much actually. It's definitely a nice ward.
And they're going to counter the attempted rev ward attempt, so sentry ward even got used to that now. So, but yeah, that's a very. I mean, again, it got them kill, so as you're going over, that makes sense as to why they prioritize it.
It's so important that ward, honestly. Like, it really is.
Especially against the Sven.
Exactly, because like. There's kind of 2 schools of thought when you play against Sven. Either you block his Ancients so he can't farm them, or you kind of set a trap for him so when he comes over and farms them, then your whole team can be there and kill him and then go from there. So an Emperor are choosing the latter school of thought, and it's worked for him so far. So. Yeah.
Push out bottom lane. This is the 3 of them. Remember what happened last time, though. Again, the Axe going in, and Disruptor and Kunkka are both here, but
they need Void. Quick. Like, Void is their only kind of defensive kind of save, really, for the side of Empire. Because if Axe does jump on Luna, then Face Forward can jump in on the back lines and catch them out. But Void was farming jungle, so they're not going to push it as a result.
Some items coming out here. There's the Blade Mail picked up by Axe. So, again, his farm really continues being level 11 as well. Sven does have the Oblivion Staff, the Echoes.
Echo Saber.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. Before actually, that's Empire had taken the Ancients from Sven as well, so even more kind of hurting their own farm. So really unfortunate here for the side of Vega, but Courier picks up from Ricky though, so that's pretty something at least. But yeah, going back to the iron build from Sven, he used to go S and Y, but then after the introduction of Echo Saber, it just works so well because it synergizes so well with his god strength that extra double hit and can burst people down by himself.
Yeah. It's ridiculous with the cleave especially, and you talk about farm, obviously that rapidly increases his farm that much more too, so yeah, it does seem like a really solid item choice for him for sure, and not surprised to see that. So they trade towers, but the secondary in favor of the Radiant. Yeah, Luna coming in as well, but they do get actually Axe pulled back here. And he's going to survive, though. Again, that armor working for him. Chronosphere not going to be happening because actually the smoke is actually causing issues right here. Faceless Void dropping. He is able to leap away. Finally will survive through it. Ricky is going to walk it off in the meantime. Nobody dead just yet throughout this fight here. And actually Axe is kept alive by the Oracle. So nice heals from him. He did use a false promise to do so.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why infused raindrops are such a good spell. Like, you saw there was 2 lunar Qs, or lucent bleams on Axe, and just they did barely anything because of the infused raindrops. But top lane, sick
the
two-man
jump
call.
In with the taunt, Empire G. He is Empire dead right there. However, Kunkka, okay, same story, the double slam dunk on him as well. That was a thing of beauty for Vega, at least.
A little bit of counter synergy there between Nitrogen and Mag actually, because the Ricky put the smoke screen down, and then obviously because of that, Empire's heroes were missing on their attacks, and so as a result, the Blade Mail wasn't doing enough damage, but was enough to kill him, so it didn't matter in the end. So they got away.
What did I just see there? That was an Aghanim Scepter picked up by Miran, I believe. So we have that now to work with too, and we know how powerful that is for her. So. Net worth overall in graph, yeah, okay, it's nothing too drastic actually. I guess the Luna is a big part of that. Her farm is very strong here. for the Radiant side, so she's kind of keeping it from being out of control here. She is the top in net worth here, 8,600 gold on her. What does she have? The Yasha to go with the Dragonlance here, so yeah.
She'll go Matt now. Yeah, the problem is that if she probably will need a BKB this game because she's playing against Ricky. Obviously, the smoke screen is going to be a massive influence, and also obviously the Mirana with her Ags. But if she goes BKB too early, her farm's going to be severely reduced. So she's probably going to pick up Manta before she picks up BKB, or at least maybe the casual Yasha into BKB, which she's already got. But BKB is definitely on the cards, but maybe not as early as expected.
What about key item for Faceless Void? He does have the Vladimir's offering. Is a Blink Dagger actually something we could expect to see?
I think so, because there's so much great AoE synergy for the side of Empire. They've got the Disrupt and Static Storm as well as the Ghost Ship from Conquer. So if he lands a good Chrono, then there's going to be so much damage going into it that Blink's going to be very useful for utility. But double Invers. Or one smoke.
That's Mirana right there, exactly, with the Smoke of the Seed. But that's going to get them away. Sure, I don't even know if they really planned that, or that seemed like that just happened to be coincidence. Right there. However, bottom lane. Sven, you're in trouble. There's a Chronosphere, and here comes everyone else. Now, can they save him? No, probably not. It is too much damage. The port actually going to be canceled even.
Oh man, Vega must be so pissed actually, because they smoked looking for a fight, and then Empire literally dart past and find the solo Sven, and as a result, oh, nice 5-second arrow on Luna though. They might go in for this.
Will they access he nearby? He's kinda, but no, they're not gonna risk it. Ricky is still here as well, of course. They're gonna use the invulnerability for the time being. They have a feeling Ricky's here, I'm sure. In fact, yep, there goes the ward down. As soon as it does, Ricky's in trouble. But no, Axe comes in with the tie. Luna is the one caught. Of course, can they somehow save him? Axe dropping himself, but he does have the ultimate now from Oracle on him, and down it goes Luna. There's a Chronos or a Faceless Void leaping away in the meantime. Going to chase after Ricky, actually. Wants to take him out. We'll get him killed. So Axe did fall in the end, too. And, well, 3-for-1 exchange, 2-for-1 exchange. Luna, she did die, though, but they don't need a Luna, apparently, to continue this push here.
I'm surprised Sven didn't buy back, honestly. I think he was trying to see if they could get away with him not buying back, but I think it was definitely needed. But at the same time, it was only a ranged Rex they lost, but still, maybe a buyback would have been useful, because without Sven, they were not going to win that fight, and they didn't. But yeah, going back to that original smoke though, Vega must be so pissed. They were looking for the fight, and they go down bottom, and then Empire go above them, and it's just unfortunate timing and coincidence, but worked out well for Empire. That's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles, Breaky.
As they say, so. But Sven back up, he's farming this bottom lane, pushing it out. He's not going to be jumping anytime soon here, as we see, but actually the Mythical Hammer. Oh, well, as I say that, I guess, okay.
No way, stop.
That was kind of scaring him, I guess. Not really much more there. But the BKB is in the works here for Sven now.
Oh, face the void. Oh.
Is he in trouble? Oh, he gets the leap off in time, and now Mirana's the one all of a sudden in trouble. Disruptor here to help that cause. Can Mirana somehow leap? No, it's not even up yet for another 12 seconds here. Yep, she's going to get taken out right there. Obviously, that was a pullback with the glimpse there.
And that is tangible evidence right there to show that Mirana was nerfed with her eggs, because that was one more extra star. Storm would have killed the Faceless Void, but obviously because of the nerf, didn't get it, and Faceless Void is fine. But talking of Faceless Void though, he did pick up the blink as expected.
Okay, so he has the blink dagger now. Has that too, and they're going to attempt Roshan here. Do we have vision? They don't have vision of this area. Yeah, they really don't have any clue, it seems like. I guess with Mirana dead as well, maybe wouldn't even contest it in the first place, so. It is going to be a Roshan kill, and that will be an Aegis for Luna, would expect. Who's still trying to finish that Manta Stele, actually, as there is the Aegis picked up. Juggernaut, though, we really haven't been referring to him a whole lot, but yeah, he's actually taken over net worth even over the Luna.
And he's going to pick up his Diffusal Blade as well. It's just a very common item build for Juggernauts nowadays to go Manta and Diffusal. Before, when he would be playing in the one position, you'd normally see him go Battle Fury, but the Manta and Diffusal is just so cost effective and so good for the amount of money it costs, so yeah, makes sense. Oh.
Jump in from Axe right there, catches Juggernaut. Speaking of the target, that's doing pretty well. Maybe not much more. He's going to stay alive now for Law on the ship. Not enough either. However, the Chronosphere, here comes the response now. Mirana going to get the Face Edict on him, or the ultimate from Oracle even on him to stay alive. And now Empire will have to kind of reset some things. Juggernaut, of course, is again staying dead. Nobody dead on the side of Vega just yet. static field going to keep them in place as well, but actually they will get away. No, they're chasing for the leap in. They catch Kunkka. The arrow looks like hit first. Luna also stunned. And Luna with a smoke out as well. Cannot auto-attack effectively. She will fall. Aegis is popped. Axe is trying to get close enough for a taunt. He's got it ready to go. There's the taunt and the Coaling Blade. Boom goes the dynamite. Mirana actually got credit for the kill, so never mind. But still, big fight for Vega right there. We'll take a look at the recap. There we go as it pops up. But overall, a 3-0, including the Aegis used right there by Luna.
And that just shows the importance of item timers, though. Sven just picked up his BKB. They go for a fight and they end up winning it. I mean, obviously, Empire were kind of disjointed at the start in terms of their heroes. Like, 3 were mid, they got caught out, and then obviously they had to rotate everyone else. But still, that Sven BKB was enormous, though. The Luna ulti from Eclipse just didn't do anything. He was like, Sven was just smacking on him when he had BKB. And as a result, Vega, again, winning the team fight. So,
yeah,
very back and forth game, actually.
Yeah, and
even like, it's crazy.
I mean, it's similar to Dazzle too. You know, we saw last game with Dazzle and the Terrorblade, and now ultimately, you know, obviously they lost it in the end. But we saw just the power of the Shallow Grave and the Terrorblade there. It's really the same thing with a False Promise in this case. And that paired up with the Sven or whoever may need it. In this case, it was the Axe, I believe, in that last fight. So it makes it very difficult for when you're going out with these initiations, and all of a sudden you kind of have to reset stuff and wait for that to eventually wear off before you can go back in. So.
Yeah. To be fair though, like, I was going to say actually in the draft, I don't really like Oracle by himself unless you have another kind of way to add healing, because obviously with a False Promise you get double healing kind of thing. Like, because even if the problem is that as Shallow Grade, if you have enough damage onto it, like, it obviously stops death completely, whereas False Promise just kind of delays death, but obviously gives double healing. So it's kind of nice to have synergistic, to have like extra healing, which I guess Sven has to an extent, obviously with the Helm of Dom, which will eventually turn into Satanic. But as of these early to mid game team fights, there's not a lot of healing really going out. But he does have the mech though, so there's some healing going into it. But yeah, like I just said, last team fight it was enough. So.
That's true, yeah. But yeah, the Satanic especially could be huge. But he's going to get a Blink Dagger first here for that mobility purpose, the gap closer as it could be appropriately referred to. So we're going to see a smoke as well. They're grouping up as if that could possibly be happening here. Maybe not.
Scan just missed actually from Radiant.
Oh yeah, they try to hit them. Unable to.
They must know something else. Yeah, they must know something else. No one's farming lanes, so could be a clash of the Titans here.
They're going through. There goes the war cry from Sven.
Just farming.
Yeah, they're farming right next to each other. Oh boy, the pings are out. We know something's going to happen. Ricky puts a smoke out, actually. Out comes the Chronosphere. Cuts us 3 in the background, including Sven. However, jump in from Mirana catches Disruptor. We'll get him killed. There's a stun onto Luna. Sven in the face of Luna. Look at that freaking damage with the Echo Saber special, and down goes Luna. Meanwhile, back here, Oracle using the False Promise on himself as Juggernaut was trying to get the kill. He will port the hell on out of there, but a 2-for-1. Well in favor of Vega, safe to say, especially with that Luna kill.
Definitely. It was a sick Chronosphere, but unfortunately they just wasn't in the position to really kind of put anything into it. And that's one weakness of almost having Void having a Blink Dagger, is that he gets too aggressive, he gets too kind of ballsy in his positioning, realizing, oh guys, I've got this 5-man Chrono, but if his team's right behind him, he's got no follow-up, and the Chronosphere really is kind of lackluster unless he has any kind of follow-up with it, and as a result, Disruptor wasn't there.
Yeah.
And couldn't add anything to it.
Yeah, by himself with the way the scheme's going, obviously, yeah, he's not doing the most damage. He is truly there for the initiation and using the Chronosphere, not for the extra damage output, other than maybe some procs here and there. But in the middle lane, they're going to jump on a Disruptor, as well as Kunkka. I think they underestimated how many people were actually here. They were kind of harassing Sven a little bit, and all of a sudden, Axe and Mirana also show up, so they get a couple more kills, and the lead extends now in favor of Vega over here on the Dire side. And yeah, you see the net worth is as high as it's been, just over 3,000 gold. The experience is well in Vega's favor.
Just really nice map movements from Vega though, and I think it all goes back to Mag, honestly. Like, he's found so many openings with his Blink Dagger, like just from the start when he picked it up, and now even into the later stages of the game, finding so many openings and finding so many kills, because at the start of the game, Empire were really kind of getting ahead in the team fights, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
It's just Mag coming back with his Blink, honestly, like single-handedly this guy's putting the team on his back, honestly. Like, I know Sven's farming, but it's not hard to farm, really. Like, it's Mag to make the right decisions, to find the initiations to put the game back.
And something else, you know, I was kind of doing this while you were doing making your dinner there and everything, but I was talking about the idea that they actually did not offlane anyone. They gave up the bottom lane, you know, let Luna free farm.
Clever.
So they did the defensive trial lane, and then they had Axe in his own jungle, of course. But you know, I was talking about the idea that it's like, I'm honestly, if I'm these two teams, I'm more worried about an Axe getting the snowball farm earlier in the game than I am a Luna. Of course, late game, sure, the Luna comes into play, but
definitely. Yeah, it's clever actually. It's not like you see a lot of teams, particularly when you have a Ricky on your team as well. Because I didn't see the early game, but I assume sometimes Ricky went bottom to sort of soak up XP as well, and then it forces Empire to, if they want to kill the Ricky, then kind of commit so many sort of sentries and dust to sort of push him out of lane. But yeah, it's clever for Axe because if he's facing against a defensive Trident, it's better just to go farm jungle straight away, and
Yeah.
as a result, he's having a good time.
Well, again, the 18-11 lead in hero kills, but a lot more to it than just that. It's shown with the charts earlier. So right now, a very good game for Vega. They're the ones in control. You see right here a lot of grouping up from Empire, more so in the middle lane, pinging out through the middle there. Diffusal Blade, again, it's been on Juggernaut for a little bit. We'll see if that can come into play. I mean, is there anything obvious that he's really looking to use that a purge for? Is it really just for the mana burn and the extra damage? The
Juggernaut.
Blade?
Not really. It just does so much damage though, because obviously the Diffusal Blade goes with the mana, and seeing as Jug has one of the lowest base attack times, it just works so well. Obviously the mana bonus is kind of good, particularly against Axe, because he has a very low mana pool. Like, a lot of his spells cost a lot of high mana, particularly if he's going to like double Taunt or even double Coal. And obviously with the extra mana bonus, useful against him, as well as Sven as well, to be fair. But it's mainly just for the damage, because it just works so well.
Okay. The Chrysalis picked up by Sven, so that's even that much harder hitting now with those crit procs right here. That's definitely something that they're going to have to deal with in the midst of these fights. So you see, speaking of Faceless Void, again, the idea that he's not necessarily the biggest damage dealer yet. He does get a Yasha. Oh, the chase at Mirana, by the way. Leapin is going to use a Chronos Field. Yes, he is. He said, screw it, might as well use it, get this kill. Said that funny. And Mirana goes down, so worth it. I mean, it is down for another 115 seconds now, but...
Oh, there is a smoke there from Vega on the left side.
Oh, wow, yeah, a lot of pings on both sides. Mag is going to jump in, though, catches Kunkka. Sven with the quick follow, and good for 943 right there. So Kunkka basically turns into dirt, and that will be the end of that little exchange there. So at least they got somebody for her.
Definitely. What was I going to say? Something about... Yeah, it's just back to the Jug.
Chrysalis, maybe? Or?
No, it was just the Jug. Like,
okay.
if you look at the game, like all we can really sort of purge off is like the Battle Hunger from Sven, which is really kind of non-effective really in the late game. And the Fate's Edict probably is the only thing that would be kind of useful to purge off if he wants to get some like spins off of any kind of magic damage on the side of someone. But yeah, it just goes onto the damage. Oh, sorry, it was the Face of Order, actually. That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, picked up Yasha here because normally what we used to see was we used to see Ags kind of thing. Because he's picked up the Blink, obviously, so he's looking just for the utility and just kind of the use of his Chronos. But because Ags kind of got nerfed with Faceless Void, and it only reduces the cooldown, it's better to kind of go a bit more damage in the sense of Yasha into mana, because obviously the illusions also get the time lock, which is useful for extra bit of stun duration. So, yeah.
You know, something I'm thinking about too that kind of just hit me as a pretty effective tool is the Oracle W, the Disarm, the Fate's Edict, because this is a very physical team, you know, with the Act and especially the Sven, so they're not worried about them taking no magic damage. Now, I know, I guess BKB, you can't use it through BKB, so Luna has that defensive mechanism, but, you know, Juggernaut, he's kind of open to that, and, you know, Faceless Void himself is fairly open to being disarmed here. Oh, by the way, bottom lane, they catch Juggernaut, and as he was running just up the hill right here, he had no reason to believe that they were there, and he just runs right into the trap. Kunkka, the ultimate coming out from Ricky, helps to secure the kill onto the Kunkka right there. That was the tricks of the trade being used.
Oh, Mag as well.
Oh, wow,
Fan King R as well.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, 3 kills later, they're going to push bottom now.
Yeah, they're going to push in the T2 bottom as well, but really nice find from Vega. And again, just starts from Meg. I don't know, it actually was the Sven, but still, again, Vega just having great map movement. The top lane, though, they're going to be trying to catch onto the Luna, perhaps?
Look at the map movement. Can they get a stun here? No, they did not have a stun to use.
No, they're going to pressure bot. Well, Faceless Void trying to get in position for a good chrono, actually, but...
It's just him and Luna, though.
Yeah, they're backing off.
I guess buyback.
But no,
maybe.
I've been really impressed by Vega's map movements, though. Like the amount of kind of group kills. Like I think they lost the laning stage, but they've come back so well just from obviously the blink on Axe and just how they're moving together as a team. Just a very, very smart play, and it shows a really good kind of synergy and kind of good how they're working as a team. Oh, DD though picks up from Sven. Going to find themselves a Roche.
Oh boy, yep, they're going to be heading right over, pinging it, and Sven's already there, in fact, so you mentioned that double damage, 1,000 plus crits already coming out.
That's without his ulti as well. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, pops that, and all of a sudden, we're dropping.
He doesn't need to. Yeah, he doesn't need it.
Manta picked up by Faceless Void, so has that now to work with to get the illusions proc the stun, right?
Yep, yeah, I said that before, yeah.
Okay, yeah. got that to work with. Okay, here comes a smoke. So they know obviously the kill just happened. Can they maybe get any trailers here? Maybe get Mag over here to the side. Is something pinging him? Oh yeah, they definitely are. Look at Mag's getting greedy now. He's going to the lane. Like, just go over here. I've been having a good game. He pops the blip. Are you kidding me? Those spin procs though. And now he's got the invis from Mirana. They're going to be able to chase him down. He's going to go all the way to the trees, get some more spin procs. He has support kind of nearby. As Mirana jumps right into the turret, though. The spin's still happening. Faces forward, getting low. Not low enough, though. Oh, my God. Axe is going to live, though. He's pulling daggers away. But in the end, it wasn't to be. He goes down despite the ulti attempt from Oracle right there. However, here comes Sven now. The God Strength is used. Everyone's still up on the Radiant side. Kona Spirit does catch Sven. It locks it out. But again, not the most damage from Faceless Void. Can Luna maybe get some damage out? She's having to deal with the Riki over here. But now Sven jumps onto Luna. You see just a couple of auto attacks. Her life drops about 20%. Even lower now. Down goes the Luna. So they just cannot deal with the Sven. They're trying to lock him down.
It's crazy, man. He's just like two-shot the Disruptor. I just like burst out laughing. It's crazy. But yeah, they have no way to deal with the Sven, honestly. Like, because if they chrono him, then Oracle's just gonna ult him, and then Sven's gonna get back up to HP with his Helmet Dom and how much damage he's doing. They don't have an answer. Like Jug isn't farming enough, neither is Luna really. Like they don't have the damage to burst through him. Like they don't have a lot of magic damage, and even if they did, he's got BKB, and they don't have the physical because of his 20 armor from Warcry. So this Sven right now is just unbelievably farmed. Like. This is the thing with Sven though, like he gets so he hits a peak, which is just about now, where he farms so much faster than everyone, all the other carries, and then he starts to fall off in the later stage of the game where he gets kited and where he doesn't really have the same kind of strength as other sort of particularly agility carries. But right now he's an unbelievable beast right now. That's just killing everything and everyone.
Yeah. Hey, so it's like, where does the answer come from? I don't know. I mean, do they need like a Desolator? Is that kind of the call? Or?
Nah, because there's no one that can build a Desolator that sort of fits into it. Like, I think Empire, they just have to kind of play to the later stage of the game. Like, if you think about it, Empire have, without a doubt, the better late game. Like, they've got Luna, Jug, Kunkka, as well as Faceless Void. Like, that scale very well into the late game. Vega really only have Sven, and he does, like I said before, peaks very early on. So if Empire can delay this game, I think they're going to be alright. And that's why I was kind of questioning, actually, the decision for Vega to put the Aegis onto Mirana. Yes, it helps him in that last team fight, but it doesn't really give him a way to siege high ground.
Ricky's also kind of in a spot where he's doing some damage now with the Diffusal Blade of his own. He's also had the Gem of True Sight for a while. And you see right there, the map control is ridiculous right now for Vega. It's kind of been that way ever since it's got the Gem especially. It's understandable. It's so difficult to deal against that.
But interesting pickup here from the Sven, actually. Got him Shadowblade, actually. He sold his Helmet Dom and went Shadowblade instead.
For who?
Sven.
Oh, Sven there. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that is interesting. Huh.
It's a little bit peculiar. Like, he sold his Helmet Dom, so he's not going to be able to get kind of the synergy with the Oracle, but it will give him a lot more kind of utility, as well as kind of, and won't be able to get kited as hard, which is definitely one of Sven's weaknesses going into the game.
See Luna there, the Eagle song picked up, so that butterfly. Oh, she's going to be jumped by Axe, though. As I mentioned, that already at half life. That's not even Sven being there. However, she's going to survive. She got the BKB off. Meanwhile, though, the Decapitate onto Disruptor, or the Slam Dunk, whatever it was.
That was so funny. I don't know if you saw that, but so Sven jumped into Luna, 2 hit the Luna, and then Face Void nearly died from the cleave. It was so funny.
Yeah.
If he died, that would have been great. But yeah, nice catch again on the Disruptor. But Empire, I think, are going to be okay with it though. They're not pressure. I mean, Vega are not pressuring their racks. They're getting a bit more fun on the on Empire cores. They're going to be okay with it. Obviously, eventually they're going to have to deal with the Sven, but Juggernaut's going to be building a Butterfly soon, which is very good against Sven, because it kind of similar to, what was the other hero we were talking about? Animage, the other game. Sven, again, is one of those heroes that you kind of have to stick with a set 6-slot item build. And MKB is not really an item that can get, or can really be kind of utilized into Sven's arsenal, because if you get an MKB, what do you drop? Okay, like, obviously you're probably going to drop the Echo Set before it, but then it leaves out a chance to go Satanic, which again works very well with the Oracle. And then, or if not, what about the AC? But because Juggernaut's going to be forced, or is picking up the Butterfly here, it's forcing Sven to go MKB, which again, he doesn't necessarily want to go MKB. It's not in his natural arsenal, so Empire, again, I think they're going to be okay. Luna's going Butterfly as well. So when they pick up that, they're going to hit a nice item peak and timing. Yeah,
as long as they got their base still. I mean, all the towers here at the base. In fact, their top secondary towers even still have full life. and good to go. So yeah, maybe it feels like that Vega has actually been dominating a little bit more, but you're right. I mean, with the carry potential on the Empire side and just kind of the situation, the objectives here haven't necessarily been overrun by Vega at this point. So, I mean, experience, again, you look at the charts, it's suggesting that Vega's in quite a comfortable lead, but can never be too comfortable here. What they potentially come in.
Just so you know, just for the Twitch chat, Vega is 1-0 up, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Yeah, Vega won the first game there. I mean, a very exciting game.
It's bugged. It's bugged at the top, isn't it, really? Like, normally it has like a little...
Yeah,
shows 1-0 up.
True.
Yeah, the little gold thing, but it's fun, though.
But yeah, Vega is up 1-0. So again, it is a group stage match, so no matter what, this will be it. It's not like a best of 3, so...
No.
But it's whether or not they tie, or if Vega will take the series 2-0. So looks like we are good to go as the connection returns. Ricky heading back to base. So yeah, he talked about Juggernaut getting that. Again, it looks like Luna also going to be getting that herself with the butterfly. So they're going to really put it on Sven to get that MKB if he does that. And yeah, the Shadow Blade, it's almost like he really wants this idea, like it's kind of that fun crit build. It's almost like the pub style of like you come out, like the Kunkka style, you know, you come out with a huge crit, a big number, and that's it's just fun to do. But
yeah, but yeah, just going back to it, like that's the thing, like he farms so fast that he's kind of like he needs more item slots, kind of thing. Like he's a hero that needs so many items, and MKB is just one of those things that is hard to sort of fit into his build. He's got a Shadow Blade as well, so he's gonna have to sell one of these items, which in itself is kind of an inefficient value. Like he's already sold the Helm of Dom, so that's like 1,800 gold. Obviously, kind of ineffectively used, but Ricky's gonna fund the Kunkka here top lane.
Yeah, greedy farm from Kunkka, no chance for him as soon as the stun hits. That was, I mean, he was really dead as soon as Ricky jumped him. So gets killed. Obviously, you know, they're really just trying to get any kind of farm they can. If they're gonna lose a hero, you know, Kunkka I guess is on that list of like not that big of a deal, but still, it's don't want to just be giving kills. Necessarily to Vega here. Faceless Void needs to be careful. There's a lot of pings up here, but no, he is gonna get away.
It's harder to it's harder to skill Faceless Void really because it's just the defensive capability he's got. But the Empire need to sort of stop hemorrhaging kills at the moment though, because they definitely do need to split push, and I like what Empire's doing, but they're playing a little bit too greedy, and as a result, Vega are punishing hard. But I mean, there is a butterfly finish on Luna though, so they are definitely getting their farm slowly but surely.
Yeah, it's like it really feels like that Empire actually can start to gain a little bit more control of this game, and the Chronosphere is still that tool that they have that can be a very, very big factor in these fights. Just about landing it appropriately. So
I don't know if you just saw that, by the way, but Luna actually sold her Yasha in the side lane over there. She was she did a TP, so she sold her Yasha, but I mean, again, just a lot of inefficient kind of use of items, really. Because I think mana is so needed. Like, if you're gonna sell something, sell your Dragon Lance, I think. Because you're gonna need BKB, you're gonna need Helmadorma to turn it into Satanic, and you're gonna need mana because it works so well with your Moonglaves, obviously. Because you know your illusions get Moonglaive, which in itself gives you more damage in an AOE in a team fight. But instead, keeping the Dragon Lance, which I don't agree with really.
What about making a Hurricane Spike with that Dragon Lance?
Yeah, I mean she's gonna have to. Yeah, she's gonna have to. But and maybe top lane though.
Are they catching? Yes, they are. They do catch Mirana, but not nearly enough. Didn't have the stun to.
I mean, at the same time, like I've got to give points to the reason why she's done. Obviously, yes, she's going to make Hurricane Pie, and yes, it does make sense in this game because she's playing against a Sven. Obviously, so she's going to need a way to sort of like distance herself. You know, gap, not gap close. What's the opposite of gap close?
Closer.
Gap open.
Gap opener.
I guess, yeah, but it makes sense. And not only that, because Sven's going to cleave her illusions down anyway, maybe then mana isn't the correct choice. So
yeah,
I shouldn't really criticise the lower dogs. He knows what he's doing, but it's just different kind of thing in this situational. But in this game, it does make sense. So
yeah,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have criticised.
How dare you?
It's true. But yes, if he doesn't make Hurricane Park, then I'm going to call him a noob. So
there is the Monkey King bar. So as expected.
What did he sell?
Yes. No, well, that was from earlier. Yeah, what
did he sell? Echo Saber.
Echo Saber, yes. That's right. So he sold his, oh, he's in trouble. Be careful, a lot of pings. No, he's good. Yeah, they were acting like they might have jumped him. I mean, all 5 are up here, but can't catch him in time. You see the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Vega's going to be pushing.
You can tell, I can tell, even though you're not even listening to the Skype or kind of communication from Vega, that you can see that they're looking to try and end the game because Sven's now sold 2 items now that are kind of half decent value. They need to sort of end this game out because the later this game goes on, the Sven is going to be less and less impactful, so they're going to go for a push bot lane.
Here we go. Warcry's put out. Chronosphere catches a couple, Mirana included. They want to try to prioritize her, it looks like, immediately, but out comes the ultimate of Oracle. Gonna save her for now. And they're doing some damage. Oh my god, Luna, 1,400 damage crit. Nearly died, but just not enough. So it actually gets away. And nobody dead throughout all of this.
Spend no Big B. They should go right now, Empire.
Mirana and Half-Life. Well, Axe is going to jump in first. Disruptor gets taken out by the Golden Blade right there. Juggernaut, he's still alive though at Half-Life. Big Torn puts him in the air. Juggernaut will fall, however, but now Sven, he's on the run with the rest of his team. And Axe, you see Luna trying to chase, gets the beam onto Oracle, but can't finish him off. So a 2-for-1, however, in the favor of Vega there. You mentioned Sven and BKB being down, but still not enough.
Yeah. It's Luna was still so low from what happened before, so she wasn't able to join the fight again. But still, though, again they hold the base, So Empire are going to be again happy with it, though, honestly. And Vega, they're going to be quite disappointed, honestly, because they didn't find their racks. 40 minutes into the game, they're going to have to go back and regroup before they can fight again. So it's going to get into sort of the 50-55 minute before this game can be closed out. And as I've stated time and time again, 50 to 60 minutes, Sven is just not as strong as, 30-40 minutes for the same items, obviously. So.
Coming out from Oracle here. Oracle, by the way, does have the Guardian Greaves picked up, so nice little transition there that kind of just works into with the earlier builds from the support. Diffuser Blade picked up now by Faceless Foot as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same kind of logic behind the Juggernaut Manta and Diffuser. It's such a good item combo to have together because it's so damage efficient. So, but Vega are going to take Aegis here and Roshan. I'm wondering if they're going to put the Aegis actually on FN, so then it gives them a sieging mechanic. Because if you put the Aegis on Mirana, it's going to be hard for her to really sort of hit the buildings. But Empire are looking to contest actually.
Yes, they are. Battle Hunger, that's just the illusion though. Roshan will go down. Mirana actually picks up the Aegis, and that will be the end of it.
It makes sense because obviously Sven, again, as we mentioned before, he's so item sort of dependent as a carry. And if he sells, what is he going to drop? His Blink, maybe, because he's going to be sieging high ground, but still he wants to sort of go for that. But it's going to give, going to put Vega in a hard position because now how are they going to siege? Mariah doesn't do any damage, so he can't really sort of sit on the high ground and sort of right-click the tower. And if they put Sven on the high ground, then they can burst him down very, very easily before he gets BKB. So Vega are going to be looking probably to take a team fight outside of base and then as a result take racks after the one team fight outside of base.
Ethereal Blade just purchased by Mirana. That's interesting.
It's quite standard, honestly.
Is it? Okay.
Mirana. Yeah. It's just because Mirana, what he does is he's a magic AoE or magic nuker, put simply, and obviously the Ethereal Blade helps with that. You just obviously Ethereal Blade, then double Star Storm and Arrow on top of him, and that does 1,000 damage if not more. So. It's quite, and then he'll go Dagon after this as well if he has the farm.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's just quite normal.
That seems like the synergy is definitely there with those two items for sure. So.
Yeah.
Fun stuff to see. You see some warding attempts coming out right here on either side of the Observer Ward just put down, but yeah, I think is that their sentry? Yeah, the Radiant sentry is here. Okay, but it's actually gonna be countered by the Dire, so they have theirs up. Or the gem. That's how they got it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Satanic now on Luna is actually a really big pickup, which we haven't mentioned, because so far, or as of recently, the team fights have gone this way. Sven's going to jump on the Luna to sort of force her back, as we saw in the last team fight. But now if Satanic picks up on Luna, she can actually man-fight the Sven with Satanic. I'm assuming anyway, unless Sven hits 4 crits in a row, then probably not. But in theory, Luna should be able to man-fight a Sven, or at least have a better chance of man-fighting the Sven than previously, because obviously Pop Satanic ain't going to get enough HP back. But talking of fights.
Yep, here comes Axe. He's going to be thrown in the air by the old Scepter. Chronosphere on top. And Axe actually may end up falling through this. Mirana, not much she can do, just kind of chilling there. Yeah, she's going to have to run away, actually. She has a leap still, not even necessary to use. As over here, Oracle's now being run down by Juggernaut, but he's just out of range, apparently. Ricky, sitting on top, going to go for Faceless Void now, getting some assistance from Oracle. But now Ricky, he's going to be full ultimate. Okay, the combo coming through. Sven joins the party, though, and Disruptor and Kunkka are already dead. Luna, though, sitting on the ground, as you mentioned. Is it going to be enough, though? It's not. It's still not enough. in trouble right here. A false promise on his Sven as well does not help things. Okay, he actually did get low, so the false promise was a big part of that, but he stuns on the faceless point, and he stays alive. The false promise doing the work as expected, and Sven some way, somehow lives through it all.
It was not enough, man. I thought it was enough, it was not. Luna needs more damage for her to man-fight the Sven, so obviously she gets more HP regen from the Satanic, but again, it looks alright for Empire actually, because they caught out Mag well before the team fight from, or the team from Vega were there to revive, but Sven hit a nice two-man stun on both the Disruptor and Kunkka, bursted and cleaved them down both together, and as a result, they took a team fight outside of base, and this is the perfect scenario for Vega, what they're looking for.
Juggernaut find back already. Disruptor already just resurrecting, but there finally goes the base tower. God's Strength is also just about back up for Sven as well, so he's going to use a worker right here as they're going to initiate somewhat. There jumps the Juggernaut, but Mag is there to quickly respond, and eventually the Culling Blade to tear him apart. So they take out the melee racks right there, and now they're headed towards spot. And Luna's not out for another 20 more seconds, actually. She does have a buyback, but insisting on not doing it right here. Disruptor will get picked off as well. It's one of those spots of like, I'm so close to resurrecting, but all of a sudden our racks are dead.
Yeah, I think she should have pulled back, honestly. It was, yeah, like I said, it's one of those scenarios, but she needs to buy back and just sort of lapse in judgment, I think, really. Now they're going to back up, farm a bit more, then they're going to push in top. But again, though, I still don't think Empire are out of this game, though. Although they're 2 racks down, as I mentioned before, Vega's plan was to take a team fight outside of base. They did that, and then as a result, they run. Now, it's going to be harder for Empire to defend and stay in their base, seeing as they're 2 racks down, but I still think it's possible. They still have Luna and Juggernaut, as well as Faces Forward, that scale very well into the late game, and it is sort of closing into the 60-minute mark where, as I said, Sven is starting to spool off. Obviously, we didn't see in the last fight, but when Luna picks up, say, another damage item, I think she'll be okay to sort of man-fight the Sven. The problem was that also she put Satanic. She didn't do any damage to really lifesteal enough. So as a result, I wasn't able to sort of man-fight the Sven, but...
Yeah, that false promise.
Some butterfly. It's really interesting actually, but I like the item choice actually from Sven.
The wing bow.
Like, because like going back, wing bow butterfly. You know, I told you that's the one item that I always say because it's like green, like it's just like the one in Hon, obviously, which is like the green as well. So anyway, I like the butterfly here from Sven because Luna is in no position to farm to farm an MKB, and as I mentioned before, Luna needs damage, and obviously if there's evasion on Sven, then Luna's going to do a lot less damage, and as a result is not going to be able to man-fight the Sven. So, and not only that, but the extra movement speed that Sven can get if he uses the flutter effect from Butterfly is useful as well. So, yeah, I like it really.
You see Shiva's guard picked up on Axe as well, so God, he's just armored out, man. That on top of the Warcry buff, I mean, he's going to be crazy armor here, so it's going to be difficult to kill him, especially with this Radiant team and them being a lot of physical damage that they bring. There was the Dagon, by the way. Yeah, Dagon level 3 actually now on Muranos as expected. Ethereal Blade into the Dagon level 3. A lot of burst damage he brings now.
Definitely.
Into these fights, and again, especially since all these butterflies have been coming out and trying to mitigate the physical presence, that's where the magic actually is going to be that much better to take advantage of here for Team Vega Squadron. Actually, Chronosphere actually catches Murata. Speaking of her in the background, so that's a nice quick kill, but at what cost right here? Axe jumping, however, onto that was Juggernaut. He gets taken out. Luna throughout all this is holding her ground against the Sven, but again, the false promise is up. The stun from Zen. Can he get the kill first? Is it going to be enough with the auto attacks? Oh, yes, it is. It looks like no. Sven goes down as the false promise wears off. But hey, guess what? They still kill Luna, and it's right now a 3-for-2 in favor of Vega Squadron. It might be a 3-for-3 as Ricky goes down, though. As yes, he did. So a 3-for-3 right now. Disruptor trying to be on the run, though. It's just him and Kunkka that are currently alive. Kunkka's all the way back at base, though. And no, Disruptor will get picked up. So a 4-for-3.
Oh, buyback from Vega.
Wow.
They want to finish this game right now, and I think Vega are right to think this. Though they've nearly lost that team fight, and Empire didn't even get their Juggernaut ulti off either. So Vega, clever, smart buybacks, but Empire going to respond. And actually, Mag.
All the buybacks happening right here. Mag is going deep. You see Luna, though, now putting the auto attacks, has the distance right here. You just hear the noise going off over and over again. Buybacks being used across the board, but you see right now, not many more left. In fact, yeah, both Disruptor and Juggernaut, of course, do not have any more. at this time, and so the top rack's being pushed in by Sven. There's the stun onto Luna. Out comes the shift that showed up a little bit. Can Luna get the Satanic? No, it's actually on cooldown, so it's not going to matter. She just has to run, but the calling blade will prevent that. Her head falls to the ground. A good game, well played. That will do it.
Whoever made that call to buy back was so smart, really. They knew Juggernaut didn't have buyback because he bought back the last fight, and they realised they needed to end this game as soon as possible because they nearly lost that, or they did kind of lose that last team fight. Going back to the last little team fight that we had there, Empire would have won that team fight if Juggernaut was not caught in the Chronosphere, because he didn't get his Omni Slash off, and I think that would have been played a big factor. But alas, Vega won, and I think they did deserve it, honestly. Their map movements was fantastic. I've been really, really surprised and kind of genuinely happy to sort of see Vega Squadron back in form, even after the sort of roster swaps that they've been having recently. But really well played by Vega.
So I got this item here, Heroic Star Rider of the Crescent.
Oh, sick! Now? What give need?
What is this?
Put it simply, right? So in Dota, okay, if you're watching a game and there's like something big happens, like someone gets godlike streak,
yeah, the drops happen,
or
yeah.
and you get drops happen. Now, because you're watching like a BTS stream or a BTS kind of game that's sort of hosted by them, you'll gain items related or relevant to them, and as a result, you got that.
Gotcha.
Congratulations, even though you're probably like a terrible Luna player. So
I'm pretty awesome at Luna.
Sure,
never
mate.
played her.
Moon Queen boys.
But I'm pretty awesome.
Is that hero still broken, by the way, in home?
No, not necessarily. I mean, it's still just Luna, though. Like, the idea of the hero is just potentially really strong, but it's getting out of that early game, really. But, well, that was fun. Cool. Got something out of it, too.
2-0 then, in the end, wasn't it?
2-0 Vega. Yes, you are right. So they take out Empire there.
They played really good, actually, but it was a close game, but Vega kind of showed their experience and
exactly.
Superiority in the end, I guess.
Yeah, not to make excuses for Empire, but I do think, this kind of being their first event together, with the roster swaps that they've had, now 3 new players on the team, it's not the easiest thing to kind of just bring together and make work right away.
Definitely.
So.
But it was a close game, though. Like, although the score, in terms of like kills, was heavily in favour of Vega, you saw, like, particularly in that last team fight, that they were closing, or close to be losing it. So the later they got on, it would have been a lot worse. But some nice itemization by FN, actually, and some nice calls by Captain Vega.
All right, so again, congratulations to Vega. They take a 2-0 here in the group stages, and but again, it is just the group stages, and now Empire actually, they split their first match against Broodmothers as well. So Empire overall actually is kind of struggling a little bit, I guess you could say, in their group. I think it's Group D technically, so keep an eye on that. It says these group stage matches happening throughout this week here. What is the BTS? What is it called? Beyond the Summit. What is the actual name of this tournament? Damn it,
BTS.
It's the BTS series.
EU.
BTS
like
series EU. Yeah. That's what it is. All right. Well, anyways, that was fun there. Again, I was Briggs BK, joined by Minnie here as my co-caster. So look forward to checking out some more casts, though, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Stay tuned.